All right, welcome back. This is episode 23 of the podcast. And before I kind of get into it, I just wanted to quickly say Cassiopeia behind me. It's a really dope club in Berlin that we always have Sample Music Festival at. Really supported the hip hop and punk rock and electronic music as well scenes in Berlin. And they have a dope skate park as well. And of course, because of coronavirus, they're struggling a bit. So they're doing a fundraiser. And as part of the fundraiser, they've got a lot of really cool, like, rare records from different genres of music that they put up for 20 euros a record. I saw, like, there was a cool Alcoholics record, a Smith & Wesson. There's a 7-inch they put out with some new music. There's a lot of crazy stuff there as, like, rewards for contributing. So yeah, definitely, if you got some extra cash, I know everybody's could be struggling as well right now. But yeah, I hope they stay around. They're really, really dope club that's really helped us out a lot. So yeah, if you can, give back. It'd be really nice. So today we have a really interesting scratch DJ. I'd say there's tons of great scratchers out there. There's a handful that are like that kind of god tier with the Kuberts, the Rafiks, the Penjarses, if you will, of the world. And in my opinion, there's a few out there that have kind of taken that tier up another notch. So if you've ever heard or seen them scratch, think, massive scratch vocabulary combos, crazy, endless flow on both sides of the record. So having the right hand or the left hand on the fader, doesn't matter. Switching the fader from hamster to regular, doesn't matter to him either. And, the amount of time and work to kind of get to that level really is truly mind-boggling to me. There's only a few people I know who have done that. So yeah, and then sprinkle in a really interesting upbringing. Of course, continued success with scratching. He produces, masters, has a working studio, and even has a pretty popular rap career. All that together will give you DJ Eprom. So this conversation took place at the 2019 IDA World Finals in Krakow, where Eprom, he's been a host and a judge for ages, if not since the beginning. I'm not so sure actually, but definitely nearly the beginning. So for the performance video of his, I picked a promo he did for DJ Babu's Looper app. And for those watching, you'll see that he's got a mixer on each side of the turntable, and he's switching right hand to left hand, and also regular and reverse, as I mentioned before. And if you're just listening, you won't even hear a difference, which is fucking crazy. So, yeah. As always, I'll include links in the description, so be sure to follow him, check out the various things he's working on. Like he puts out those dope coffee cuts videos. They're just like a little short 1 or 2 minute snippets he puts out quite regularly. And yeah, I know he's got music and other stuff he's been working on, so I hope you enjoy the talk with DJ Eprom. Peace. So that's what I've been doing, is just like sitting down with guys and like asking like how they got started with music or DJing, and yeah, and then just kind of like working our way to modern day, or whatever.
Yeah.
So I guess with you, I guess how did that start with you? How did DJing or getting into hip hop? I'm not sure what came first,
it was always hip hop.
Yeah,
it was always the culture. From day one. I'm starting to where my consciousness of musical consciousness was grown.
Right.
I was start digging for my type of sounds, and the first things that catch my attention was like MC Hammer. I was like,
you were born in early 80s, right?
Yeah, early 80s, 82 actually.
Okay.
So yeah, I was like 7, 8 maybe, and you have to remember that in Poland that we have like Iron Curtain.
Yeah.
So we were like sliced up from the Eastern world.
What year did that end in Poland?
And it ended in 89. So I was in first class of basic school. So that was the time when I start to dig for music, and at the same time the music from the Western community come to Poland, and we have a lot of it was an avalanche of music in these days. So I was starting to search for my sounds, and the Run DMC definitely catch my attention. And the scratching from J Master J. So I was pretend that I'm scratching on the table without without
everything. The couch.
And then it was very tough to get any equipment. It was tough to get anything. So I get turntable from my mother. From she's work, and she was working in a library. We took.
So they had like a reference one.
Use for the. So I took the turntable, and it was of course shittiest belt turntable.
I was gonna say, do you remember the model or the brand?
It was Polish brand. Unitra. Yeah. So. Basically, what my first turntable was Polish turntables made in Poland. Of course, they were just for listening, belt drives with the
rubber mat on it.
Rubber mat. So it was the first thing, and at the same time, I was starting making music with my Amiga computer 500. One of my friend was crazy about electronics, and he solder every
making
crazy
computers and everything.
Crazy things, and he once buy some PCB to assemble his own sampler. So and he assembled the mono 8-bit sampler for Amiga, and when I saw it, I was like, oh shit, that's what I want to do. I have to get a sampler. I want to have my own sounds in the computer to arrange them. So I've bought a sampler from another Polish company. It was very close, community here, and I started making beats. So I started making beats in it was like 95.
Okay.
95, and at the same time I was start, to interesting more in the scratching. And I treat the scratching as addition to my beats. Right. So I have
flavor for the beats.
Flavor for the beats to be hip hop. To make hip hop albums. That's what it's all about.
Nice.
And then in '97 I start to really digging into the scratching, because I got more tapes that I listen to, and I want to do more and more and more. At 97 I go to the high school. And so at the same time I'm starting to collect more advanced gear, the one which is good for scratching, like first mixers and stuff like that. It was again some Polish brands. Like I remember my first mixer was having crossfader that broke after 2 days. And I have to go to other city to repair it, and it took me like 1 month to get it back. It was crazy.
Where were you living this time? What city were you living in?
I'm from south of Poland, from Silesia, and it's
I know the region there.
A region.
There's also Czech.
And I was very close to the Czech Republic. I was living in a minor town. That have 100,000 people, citizens, and there was 5 coal mines. So it's very industrial, and the city came up from the ground just like in 20 years when they discover coal.
The coal there, yeah.
So it was very industrial.
And your family was working there, or was somebody working in the mines?
Yeah, my father was a coal miner. Okay. But my family also gets from the other side of the country. Yeah, it's crazy, but. Yeah, and there was no DJs in the area, so I have to think myself how to get into the scratching. But I met one of guys who started b-boying in like early 80s, and he said that he knew how to tuning the turntable to get better in the scratching. So we cut off the arm and make a straight arm.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, we took off the platter and use a very how to say?
Thin or?
Yeah, thin. Yeah. Very thin record as a platter to, record starts spinning properly and all those,
little tricks.
Little tricks goes helps me to.
It goes a long way then. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
So I guess so you had that friend that was like also a b-boy. Was it kind of like you guys were the only two around town doing the hip hop thing?
Yeah. So it was crazy, back then. And around 97, I started to play. 88. I start at 98. Sorry. Yeah. I start to play first gigs as a DJ.
Right.
Yeah, I organized the first hip hop party in my town.
Yeah.
Make all the posters, carry all my gear to the club because there were no turntables. No way it was a turntable. And I remember my first gig that I played because I have just one turntable, couple records, one mixer, and so I took my Amiga into club with the monitor, the tape deck. So I played my beats from Amiga, a couple vinyl records, making scratches, and tapes.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
And I guess at the time, were you connecting with other people around Poland? Like you starting to in high school?
Very late. In case of people from like hip hop community, it was very late. And it was one of the reasons. How did I get to scratching on different sides of the turntables?
Yeah,
I was having any other DJ to compete.
Yeah.
And I want to compete myself to be better.
Yeah.
So I try to move myself onto other position into
with the other hand
to try if I get new ideas or something like that. So. Yeah, originally I start on the right hand.
Yeah,
with a normal fader. Yeah, and when I discovered that when I hit the reverse. On my mixer, I got extra click with the crab scratch.
Yeah.
So I got fire on it. So I start to scratching with the hamster, and then I realized that my right hand on the crossfader is stronger than left hand. So I get faster clicks. So I move myself into other side, and it was developed like that.
I see. Yeah, I was going to ask about that. So that's. And I have the guy I learned to scratch from, this guy Christian Dominguez. He also scratched both sides. Mm-hmm. And it was when I first met him, he was like the only guy I knew that knew what scratches were. This is a chirp, this is a flare. I was scratching regular, and he was like scratching hamster, and I just switched. I was like, if I'm going to learn and this guy gets shot, I'm just going to do what he's doing. And that was like, since then I've been hamster, but he also would always does both sides, and then, and he always talks about how it like really helps him kind of, like he'll practice only on the right side for a month, and then he's like, now my left side's way stronger when I go back. Because you get like a weird perspective on the cuts. Yeah.
Because your brain is learning.
Yeah.
So once I got to scratch on the one side, I was very quickly translated to the other side.
And so obviously there's not internet going on, so you're not like learning from YouTube.
No.
So it was were you getting access to like those DMC videos or like
very late, like 2002, 2003.
Okay, which is like right when you're starting the battle, basically.
Yeah, right before I started battle. Okay, so it was very tough. Like, for example, my first 4 years of scratching, I hold the crossfader like that. I never
like holding it with
and moving fast as I can. Once I get there was like some German group that have video. I saw it on the internet. In Viva. It was a musical station. So I saw that the guy was tapping. I was like, oh, that's what I'm. I don't know any names about scratching. I've very lately when the first internet came, it was around 2004. I saw a ScratchCon from 2000, it did this video gives me a sense of the names that the scratches got.
When he's doing that,
names.
And this is this, and then
this is this, and this is this, and those type of things.
So then, so that brings us up to early 2000s, and I know you started battling. I was aware of you from ITF stuff. That's where I first saw you. Or knew your name, but I guess were you doing anything else before that? Local battles?
There was no local battles.
No local
battles because there were no DJs around my area. There was a few battles before I do ITF. It was like weird battles organized from mobile phones.
Yeah, I saw something that was like Profi DJ winning. Like you won some.
Yeah, it was a pop DJ.
Pop DJ, sorry.
Pop DJ. It was a battle organized from mobile phones, and it was really no rules. So there was DJ who just mixed music against me who just scratch music, And I won it. It was like 2003. That was my first time that I took some battles.
Prize.
Some prize.
So when did you actually move from your hometown? Like, it
was in 2006.
2006.
Yeah.
So you finished high school probably 2001, 2002 or something?
2001, I go to the for studies.
And so you went to university from this.
And at the same time I was start work in a coal mine. I was doing studies, working, and I was start to go for a battling.
Yeah, that's kind of. So when you're working in the coal mine, I'm guessing it's early start. Kind of day, right? Like super early start.
Super early, like 4 a.m.
Yeah, that's what I picture, right? And then what time are you guys done with it in the mine? And then
it's like 8 hours of work.
4 to 12.
But it's like this schedule for work is just only from first month or two to get the tutorials from
the basic knowledge of it.
Basic knowledge, and then I go like different types. It was crazy. Like 1 week I go from 6 to 2 p.m. and the second week I go for a night, and it was like.
And then the whole time going to school as well.
But I do school just in weeks.
Okay.
So after I get out from work, I was always going to turntables and practice my skills.
Hence the coal miner breaks.
It was and it ended up with the coal miner breaks.
Nice. Yeah, I remembered Krutke telling me that you had worked in mines a while ago. I was like, that's crazy.
Yeah, and it's funny that because I was like, it was very hard time for me because I was having mental problems that I was afraid that I will not came back from job, because it was fucking danger.
It's like the most dangerous job.
I was very, worry about my hand condition, hands condition,
your health,
health, lungs, stuff like that. But it gives me very hard kick for motivation. So I work about my scratching twice more than I was before.
Right.
So that was time that I really boost my skills, and that's what it was around 2004. So that was the first time that I got to the international battle.
Right.
I won the Polish ITF. And I go to the Stuttgart in Germany. For a world finals, and it was first time that I got there. It was crazy. I was like 18 hours in bus, then get out of the bus and go straight to elimination round. So
God.
I was having bad strategy, bad condition then, and so I end up at the very last after elimination round. But at the same time, I was blessed that the same year. Rafik, Lords of Fitness were competing, all great DJs.
So was this the first time you'd been to even like an international event, not just entering it, but being around the community of all the
people. Yes, it was the very first time.
Yeah.
I met guys from Czech Republic, like DJ5.
Yep.
And we
shout out to Jan Novak.
Yeah. And we like get good chemistry between us. It was very good chemistry between everybody.
Yeah.
And I remember that I met Refik and Kid Fresh and Razguniado. J Bounce, and we hang up together, and I was watching them on a stage performing, and I said to myself, damn, I'm gonna
That's
do
what
it.
I gotta be. That's what I gotta do.
I'm gonna do it like that. So from that point to another year, I was 2005. I was really get harder.
Training.
This event opens my mind very wide. I was able to think different, out of the box, out of my little city
your
box.
bubble, your city box. Yeah. I know very well. For me, that was the community scratch games in the UK. Going to that like 6 years ago, I was like, oh, I'm not good at all.
It was the same thing for me. I was like, I'm shit, but I'm thankful that I seen how it works.
Yeah, we always joke about. I've been going every year now for like 5 or 6 years to scratch games and scratch barbecue and Brighton. And I'm like, I could not even scratch and I could level up just by being here.
Yeah.
I'm just watching and absorbing everything, and
you're just getting all the energy.
Yeah, man, really is.
Yeah.
So then 2005, you entered the Polish ITF again. It's still ITF, right?
Yes,
ITF went to 2007 or
7.
6? Yeah, right.
So it was still ITF, and I think I remember that Razguniado helps me a lot because I was very happy that I have contact with someone, and I've sent my practice. I record my practice at home scratch practice and send files to Razguniado and ask him is I getting progress. And and he helps me because it was like study, I stressed myself as hell. I was like making 100 or 200, recordings, pick one, send, it was crazy. And I remember that time was very, helped me. And at the same time, I was getting into the loop station and record my stuff on the loop station.
The loop scratching stuff.
Yeah, loop scratching. And, I even, recorded, whole songs on the loop station. So just take like one beat and record the patterns. So there was no place for mistake.
Right.
If you fucked up one part,
you screwed up
you
the
have
whole thing.
You have erased all the song.
One track, right?
Yeah.
Many layers, one track.
Many layers. So I train like that, and it helps me. And in 2005, I think it was 2 times. 2005, I go for a European ITF scratching elimination round to Dublin. Yeah. So I got second then.
Nice.
Yeah.
So it was. You're like, it's working.
Yeah, it's working.
It's working. The practice is working.
Yeah, practice is working.
And like I said, those other battles, the Pop DJ again the year before, maybe.
I don't remember exactly. Yeah, but there was
some other small things.
So other small.
There was like when was the Vestex Extravaganza?
Vestex Extravaganza was in 2000. The first Extravaganza was in 2003.
Okay.
I didn't go.
You didn't go in that one.
I was there.
Right.
I remember that I wasn't past the eliminations round. But again, I have a chance to see Prime Cuts live.
Yeah.
So again, I got all ideas from him. Yeah, he was very huge inspiration for me.
And so this whole time you're basically studying routines at this moment, right? Like, and scratching obviously, but like
routines. It was like 2003 I start really doing routines with the beat juggles and stuff like that.
And then 2005 you get the second place, or was it 2006 you get the second place?
2005. And 2006 was just, I think there was no world finals in 2006.
Yeah, I feel like I remember there was a gap there.
Yeah, because it was some changes to the organization. ITF became IDA. And at the 2007, it was the first IDA world competition.
And that's when you won.
Yeah, that's what I won. And it was that was 2007. I go for 2 categories and
get both the show and the.
I don't know how I did it, but I did it. Yeah,
it's a good start though.
I to be honest, I put a lot of work. Like I was I was training like for 6 hours daily.
Yeah, yeah.
For 1 whole year to get into this into this battle. I composed my routines, press it on dub plates.
Yeah,
you know, it was the very last time that DJ can use only vinyl records. So I was the last DJ who battled in this organization on a real record.
With your stack ready and you're pulling them off and just throwing them
with cue points, stick it on records.
Stickers and
so
that's cool that you were printing your own dub plates.
Yeah, I was printing my because I was very into beat making, so I want to have my style.
Yeah,
I don't want to sound like any other DJ. So there was a time period when everybody uses the Lords of Fitness breaks on the battles. Or
super dub.
Or super dog breaks or flying sorcerer breaks.
Right.
So everybody sounds the same. So I want to be different. That's why I pressed my dub plates, and I think my style was the key to the success.
Yeah.
So to be different than
stand out.
Yeah, stand out. Yeah. So that was and it was very tough with the dub plates.
Yeah.
Yeah, because dub plates have
they wear out so quickly.
Yeah, wear out so quickly. They skipped. You have to be very careful and precise.
Yeah.
It was like that.
And so, where were you getting those pressed? There was a place in Poland that you were getting those?
I met one guy from the Poznan. There's a city.
Poznan,
and he bought
a lathe.
A cutting machine. And he don't know nothing about cutting records. So it was experiment, you know. He told me that, I got a machine, we can make records.
Yeah, you can make it happen.
Yeah, and the first time I used my records, it was, I think 2004. 2004 or 2005. They were very heavy, like 180 grams record, It was crazy. But I was very happy that I have my
own sound,
own sound.
When did Serato come out?
Serato came about 2005.
Yeah, it was something around there, right?
Something around that, but there was officially green light for a Serato since 2008 on DJ battles.
Yeah. I remember people being like, "This is crazy! I'm gonna be able to put my own sounds on."
Yeah. But from my perspective, when Serato came to the stage, things were 2 times easier than it was before records. So it was like I felt that was like different league. If you got Serato and you can use cue points, and you can use non-skipless records. Non-skipless digital records.
Yeah, I remember it being like real controversial for the battles as well.
Yeah. I was like, I like the idea of using Serato for music creation.
Yeah.
If you are a scratch musician or you play in a band or whatever, or you want to go to club to spin records, it was okay. But in case of battling, I think the community lost. Something.
Yeah. And was this time like when are you kind of hanging out with the locals or the other Polish guys? Like when are you coming across Ben or Krutki or some of those guys?
Damn.
Do you remember when you met these guys and started?
I remember that I met Ben in ITF elimination when I tried to do my beat juggling skills better, and I start battling in a big juggling. It was 2005, I think. Yeah. So that I met their DJ Ben and DJ Krutki around I think 2007 or 8, maybe later. Yeah, I met these guys.
And you guys just became friends immediately, or were you just kind of knowing each other?
Yeah, but every scratch DJ was your friend immediately.
Yeah.
We are like
a small group.
Raiders of the Lost Ark. So we've been like homies from being scratch guys.
Yeah.
Because there was just a couple of us, and and we have the same role models like Invisible Scratch Pickles and the Scratch Perverts. So it was obvious that we're gonna be friends.
And so with speaking of those guys, like with this 2007 ITFs, you win the world title. You're also getting to meet all these guys that was your idols, right? Like all these guys who you were looking up to and want to learn. You're getting to meet the Scratch Perverts or guys and craze and stuff. So it's got to be pretty wild too as well.
Yeah. I remember that I first met Tony Vegas. It was before 2007. It was I think in 2005 or 2006 he came to the Katowice for an ITF elimination, and he was judging there. And I remember a crazy situation that one of the guys who was stage manager came to me and say, "Hey, you know, Tony Vegas is gonna perform today, and he asked me to ask you if you agree to perform with him on stage." And I thought he's bullshitting me. You know, like
you're like, yeah.
Oh shit! Right. You're out of your mind. Yeah. And it was true. So,
nice.
Tony starts his routine. I was hiding under the table, and then I came up and started scratching. It was freestyle. Man. Yeah, it was very fun.
Super exciting.
Yeah, I was impressed about touching legends.
Yeah, definitely. What about the like kind of, when did you first meet any of the guys from the Pickles or any of these guys?
It was 2005. Yeah, it was 2005 when DJ Qbert came to Poland. He was touring with a QFO. And it was a party in Warsaw, and it was a very special day for me and for everybody, because at the same day the Jean-Paul Pape II died. Every
place was shut down.
Every party was cancelled in the whole Warsaw. Besides
the scratch party,
the scratch party with DJ Qbert, you know, this was the only party I know that was going on in the town. So every guys from our community, like rappers, bands, came to the spot. So it was crowded as hell, and I was performing with my good old friend DJ Crime. We have set a special showcase for support the Qbert. And we've training for 1 week, because we don't know each other. We just like, hey, what's up? He was older than me. He was winning all the battles before me. Right. So he was like role model for me as well. I know he was like scratch DJ for major rappers before 2005. So he came to me, to my city. We set up the turntables, make routines, and then we go to Warsaw we do our showcase, and then Qbert starts his showcase, and it was so fire on the stage that there was so many DJs around place. And the Yoga Frog asked, "Is there some scratch DJ in the house?" Everybody wants to scratch question and answer with the Qbert.
Of course.
And it was end up that I was only scratching with the Qbert. Everybody wants to try, and I was standing for longer than 1 minute. So I was speaking with the Qbert, and it was like I could not believe that I doing it. And the crowd was like, we were speaking each other, making pauses. It was crazy. And then I met Qbert and Yoga Frog, and I speak with them, and it was very huge moment for me. It was 2005. I was blessed. And
sounds amazing.
And at the same day, I was when I back to home after this party, I find that I want to be a father. So
it's like the massive.
It was like cosmic energy. So everything was like
crazy.
You're
like, I'm never gonna forget that.
Never gonna forget. It was the 2nd of April.
Wow. 2005.
Yeah.
Wow, that's really cool. That's super cool. So then when you win 2007, you got world champion title. And are you still living in your hometown at this time? Or?
No. I moved to Warsaw in 2006.
Okay.
So I started.
So you've been in Warsaw that year.
I started working in the company. I was responsible for. I'm working with them till today.
SSL or
no? I'm working with a company that does sales for DJ brands and lighting brands.
Okay.
So
Yeah,
I was taking care about all DJ brands.
Right. Yeah.
Like Rain, Stanton, Vestax, all this stuff.
Yeah, I was wondering because I noticed that like for example at Frankfurt Music Messe, like Crucky write me, hey, he's over there. And I was like, what? He's here? Yeah, he's at some booth by himself. I was like, what? We got to get him over here.
Yeah. Because we go. I go for Frankfurt like
trade shows, all
All these kind
of things. What's the name of the company that's doing that?
Show System.
Show System. Okay.
Yeah, we are distributing like Serato, Mixars.
Right.
Yeah.
All the different brands.
All the different
DB
brands.
stuff and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, nice. So then with that 8-bit minor breaks, is that after you won? That's
after
2008 or something?
Yeah, it was mistake. There was no plan for it. It's very hard to find record. I didn't know how to, I was go for it like crazy when I got information that we can press my dub plates legally in a
like in a real
in a real environment. I was like crazy and I put so much stuff in there. It was so badly prepared record and after that there was no distribution at all for this record. It was like totally crap, after that I was like okay, the record is not going anywhere. I was not having any gigs after winning my world titles besides some like very few. So I was like, okay, I work for title like super hard
super
and there's
long.
Nothing about it. So
no advantage in the end.
I was hated like scratching for very badly and I left the scratching for a couple years.
2008 this started basically, or after 2007.
After
somewhere in that year.
I was like quit scratching. I was like mad for myself that I put so many energy and there was now nothing else than a title. But I moved myself more into production.
Right.
To collecting instruments, into the studio work, and start to mixing and mastering, mixing them.
And I know like you've done some hip hop crew stuff and some rapping as well with the I forget the name, but with the Cypress Hill stuff.
Bonko.
Stigar Bonko.
Did
this come about in this time or was it later?
Yeah, the Stigar Bonko, the first idea of my rap group is me in a 3-person.
Because I saw it was like featuring basically also him.
So me feature him, because I also was a huge Cypress Hill fan. When I go to coal mine, I besides start really hard making scratches, I start to think about different projects. If you are 1 kilometer down, you are starting to have different ideas. So there was a funny thing because you cannot smoke there cigarettes because there's explosive gases and stuff like that. So every miner who cannot smoke using tobacco for sniffing.
And chew tobacco.
No, not just for sniffing. And they do it with almost as a like ritual or something religious, and I connect the dots. So I think of it as like so Cypress Hill gives so many attention to the smoking blunts, and miners give so many attention to the sniffing tobacco. So I connect these dots and I make this like music comedy. Cypress Hill, for in Polish language,
right?
In Silesian lingo, about sniffing tobacco as Cypress Hill rhymes about
like hits from the bong, but
So I do the chorus and it was never meant to go main. It was like joke for my friends. It was a demo tape. I sent to
pass around.
And I was in 2008. I was starting to be a DJ for a very famous rap duo. It was like rap group Fish Emade. The guys is Emade is a producer. Fish is his brother is a rapper.
Right.
And I was starting DJ for them, and we were going to the trip in I don't know where, but someone puts. This demo into the car radio and the manager of the music record heard about it and heard the song, and he said, "Oh, I didn't know this Cypress Hill song. What is it?" He was fooled about it, and he said, "No, it's not the Cypress Hill. It's actually me."
Yeah.
Oh, okay, let's do it. So yeah, I was when I have budget to do it. I think about at that time I bought SP1200.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think okay, now have budget to do it as I want to always do it.
Right,
so
right.
I wrote like the rest of the songs because I got 3 songs just for the demo.
Yeah.
I wrote all the songs. And I did all from the scratch on the SP1200, recorded on a reel-to-reel machine,
Nice.
Mixed it on a professional studio on
professional
SSL,
console.
SSL console. And my intention was not to do a rap record. I want to check myself as a producer.
Yeah.
So I want to get the sound as like DJ Muggs.
Right.
96 or something like that.
Yeah.
And it works. I was, satisfied about the sound, and the record came out and people was like, "Oh, this is crazy. We want to do concerts. We want to do, stuff like that." So yeah, I never think that I will go and making rap concerts. It was like, oh shit, okay, let's go for it.
Yeah, okay, let's do it. Yeah. Why not?
And because I was in my very early hip hop days, I was always making beats, rhyme.
That's what you started in.
Yeah, that's why I'm started. So it was natural for me.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'll start making concerts, and then I realized that people wants the second album. I put 2 albums in the same manner. So yeah.
Nice. And then I guess this whole time, I wanted to ask you this earlier and I forgot, but I know Eprom, like erasable, what's its name?
Programmable,
readable.
in memory.
Yeah. So, and you had the Amiga, you were into the old, so I'm guessing that's where you got the name from. And you started with this name always from the beginning?
No, I was like, I was always, for my friends, I have a different name for my friends, but when I start DJing, I have to have a name. So I got like strange name. It was Lero, DJ Lero, and I realized that it's not so professional or not sounding.
There's some flashy.
Not sounding so badass that I want to be. Because I always want to be a battle DJ. Eprom was like, okay, this is this.
That's a good name for sure.
Yeah.
So then, so you're making music, you're doing the hip hop, the rapping, even when do you actually get the scratch bug again? When you kind of get angry and tired of it?
I was like my mad was gone away like
a couple of years.
I switched my attention to producing music, to making beats to making.
I feel like I started seeing your name on stuff or producing stuff like 2012, 2011. I started noticing your name a lot, and I kept being like, "Isn't that the same guy that was scratching?"
Yeah. So I was not mad anymore, but I was focused on
other things,
on the producing stuff, and I was started scratching just like for. Not for my own pleasure, but if someone asked me about, hey, could you record the scratches for me?
Right.
Or when we perform the concerts on stage, it was just like occasionally. And I got bugged again. It's a funny situation. It's very silly, but for me, it's a funny. When they came up again with the Star Wars, the Force Awakens.
I don't know. Star Wars.
It was like 2000.
Yeah, I don't remember exactly. Something. I don't know.
It was 2000.
I can't place it really.
I don't know, 14.
Something
around that. Yeah. And I saw the movie, and I saw the movie, and I realized, okay. My force did not died. I can awake my force.
The force has awoken.
Yeah. I was very because I'm a huge Star Wars fan from very beginning, and I always
as all of us 80s kids.
Of
course.
So I did like I used to play over and over Star Wars trilogy, the first trilogy. Watch it, get the ideas, and go to the turntables. It was always like space shit for me on a turntable. It was not just about the scratching.
Right.
So then I realized that when I'm scratching daily, I'm a better person. It was like getting myself into some kind of routine. Like you can do yoga, you can do jogging. I do the scratching. So it helps me to motivate myself to do daily routines. It was helped myself to be more organized, you know.
And your life in general,
my life in general. And when I don't scratch, I felt that I'm losing something. So at that point, my scratching start to be more meditation. It was always the meditation side of the scratching because
the zoning out and
the zoning out, because the scratching always for me was more spiritual than just musical, you know. And then I get back into the spiritual practice of scratching, and from that day I start to scratch every day in the morning, or if I don't have time in the evening. It is like my prayer.
And then this time, is this when you guys start to make modulators with Ben and Krutke?
So modulators were a little bit before, but again I was for modulators I produce beats. I do the scratch parts, and I do the mixing and all the stuff. So it was very complex for me. And the creating of a modulators records was a very great experience. We got I called Ben, I called Krutke, and I said, guys, I have facility. Come to my place. We're gonna do turntables record. Okay, let's do it. And so we've done it in like 2 weeks. From the scratch, from zero,
from complete, from concept to finish.
I've got set up temporary studio with analog desk and samplers.
And where was this set up? I mean, was this
in a show system?
And was this? That's what I was gonna say. So you had access to all that gear, right?
And it was my gear, but I had place.
So I'm guessing you spent a lot of money on gear between that 2007 and
I was 2000 like crazy. I was like crazy with spending money on all gear, and they came to me with like just scratching for fun, and I have instant ideas what type of tracks I want to produce. Right. So it was, I got everything in my head. I would just need people and time and extra hands and chemistry and chemistry. That is very, very important aspect. You have to need chemistry to make very quick decisions and move forward.
And like trust each other on your decisions and stuff like that. And
we was recording. It was like I came with the idea that we will record this record almost live, like there was no edits. I do beats on hardwares, and I just print the beats. I already arranged, and you know, I arranged it live when I recorded. It's like making mutes and all this stuff. It was like very old school, and at the same time, when we print the beat to the Pro Tools, then we start making scratching sentences, and we came with the refrain. So we gone on we was doing like with the 3-person at the same time. So it was like take 1, 3-person, go, boom. We got it. Okay,
move on.
There's something like fucked up. Forget about it. We move on. We move on. And so we work very fast about this record. Nice. So. Yeah, I'm very happy about this record. It's still enjoyable.
Cool. Very enjoyable.
And I feel I hear chemistry on this record. It's very moody.
You can, especially for you, you get that insight. You know, the actually being there and doing it.
And after modulators, we did some live gigs. With the we prepare live show with the modulators. We did like couple of them. And it's very important thing in my lifetime that we support D Styles. When he came
I was going to ask how you met D actually.
So it was the very first time. I remember that I was in seaside with my family on vacations, and it was like 1 week before D Styles came to Poland to perform. So I was having instant like problems with my stomach because of stress. So I was like, oh my God, I'm gonna perform before these styles. I was like this. My family hates me about it, because it was worst vacations with you. He was always
grumpy.
He was always like thinking just about the scratching. I got QFO from Ben, and I was not thinking about the vacation. I think about performing, and then I met these styles, and it was that's
such a nice guy too.
Man, we sit together just before the gig. And we all start instantly talk about the samplers. I find out that he's also like the sampler nerd. He collects all the different types, and there was like instant chemistry. And I give him all my records that I produce. Then we do our show, and D-Styles do the show. And I remember D-Styles said that he was prepared to play party, just spinning tunes and records. Right. He was not meant to play routines. And he ended up playing routines for 2 hours. Because the crowd was crazy, you know? It was, people was like yelling every time that people hear any, sound
sample that they knew from Phantasmagoria.
Right.
People are singing Phantasmagoria at him.
Like Phantasmagoria, these styles. Okay. And then we end up scratching together on the stage.
Nice.
Oh man, that was like, oof. He signed up me, my 05, my gray 05. It was like holy grail for me. And then about the same time I was starting to think about backing more into the daily routine scratching. It was the first time I think.
Nice. That was what year was that too? Do you remember?
Oh damn.
Probably 13 or 14 or something.
Something around that. I can remember right now.
Yeah, man, that's really cool. And so then I guess from that period of 2015, you're back into scratching. What have you been up to the last, I guess, 2 or 3 years since then? So, like, what have you been doing? I know you're working still with the same company, and you're doing all that.
I'm my like daily job right now is a mixing and mastering right now.
Okay.
So I've set up my studio.
And where's that? What city are you in?
It's in the north of Warsaw.
Okay.
It's my town where I'm living there, and I got my studio in my home, so I can work all day without losing contact with my family. It was very important for me. So I set up the studio, professional studio with a sound treatment and everything set up correctly. Then and I'm doing like for 10 years right now mixing records, and at the beginning I do it occasionally if I got job. Or someone wants me to mix his record, but since 6 years right now, it's like daily job. I do it like 7 days a week, mixing and mastering right now. So I'm sitting in a studio for all the time.
Excuse me. And I'm guessing that it's quite a lot of different styles of stuff as well, right? It's not just hip hop, right?
It's true. I start making records with just like hip hop records. Mixing them, but thanks that I got into contact with Fish and Amada, they opened my mind for different genres. I always touched different genres of music when I started. In general. So but they making their records sound always like very eclectic. So they took a lot of styles into music. So it opens my mind to appreciate and enjoy the other styles of music because of the production stage. I was deeply into the like mixing different types of records, and I end up making music for every artist. From rock, metal, hip hop, electro, house. Electronic, jazz music. I do very different genres right now, like pop music as well. And I'm proud that I am mixing engineer and mastering engineer for legendary Michał Urbaniak. He's a jazz legend. I'm hooked up with Michał, and I'm mixing.
How did that come together? Like you guys?
Someone told Michał that I'm making good mastering and a good mixer, and he should try should try my studio, and he found we end up that we are very close.
Instant chemistry.
Instant chemistry, and I know what he wants, and he know what I want, and he always merged like two things. He's always making jazz music, but at the same time he say that hip hop and jazz are equal. I have like hip hop roots. Right. He's a jazz musician, so we are come up with a good chemistry.
Nice. And then, what about with scratching? I mean, I see the coffee cuts videos you put out, and I see you're still involved in the community and obviously doing the hosting with the ITFs and everything.
Yeah.
Is there anything you're working on, like music?
Yeah, I'm working. Yeah,
I know Krutke said you guys were kind of doing some stuff or working on some stuff.
Yeah. Basically, I got set up beats for second Modulators album already.
Yeah.
But we need the time and the chemistry
to actually
in the
have
space.
The space to get together.
The stars have to be aligned in one line to do it. So it's gonna happen someday for sure.
Someday soon.
And I after like 5 years making records just for other people, I feel myself I'm very hungry about producing my own music. So I came back with producing my own music like 1 year ago. I set up second studio just for production needs. I got my instruments there, like analog console, reel-to-reel, and this is my studio that I've just produced my beats. And when I start to scratching daily, I feel that I'm tired about all the loopers, and I really hate a lot of them. I came up that I need to produce my own beats again because I know where to leave the space
for scratching.
Because a lot of loopers are too busy to make.
Yeah, for sure. There's a lot of that.
Yeah, so I start again to make beats, and because of that, I produce some stuff. And I think, okay, hey, maybe I can come up with my looper, or maybe I can come up with a break record for
scratch record.
Scratch tool. And I have a lot of ideas. I have a lot of things that I would like to show for the people. I got like a lot of beats and a lot of stuff on my hard drive.
Just waiting.
Waiting, but I don't have time. I'm so busy right now in the studio making records for right now for major labels in Poland. That I'm so busy that I cannot move my things, and I think I need some very good assistant in the studio to help me manage everything, organize, because it was grown that I was never think about it.
Well, that's a good thing though.
I'm very
it's a good problem to have.
It's a good problem to have, but I feel that I have no time for anything right now.
It sounds like it.
So I'm very busy, and I'm feeling that I have to, at the same point, say stop. Now I'm gonna do it myself.
Man.
With my music.
Well, I guess that's a good way to end it too. So we'll see some Eprom music soon, some tools.
I hope so. So I have to say that I have really special project that is already recorded. I cannot say what is it, but that's gonna be for me. It's a very special record because I ask very special guys to record on this
secrets.
And I'm the record the track is recorded. It's gonna be mixed soon, and I'm working right now on a musical video. So I wanna have like project.
The full package.
Because I'm tired of making like just music. These days you have to think wider than just putting music, because it's gonna be lost. You have to have a picture, you have to have a promotion. You have to think about every aspect.
And when does that come out? What's your plan?
I hope that it's gonna come out in January.
Oh yeah, soon.
Real soon. Or February 2012.
Nice. I look forward to it, man.
Okay, great.
Check it out. All right, man. Well, thank you so much. It was really good to hear the Eprom story, man.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Dope. Nice one. Thanks, man.